now, but there's no way Dan Crawford can hear that with this crowd. Down to a minute and a half. Robinson, foul number 4 on Brian Williams, and a technical.
Brian Williams livid about the call, and in his reaction, Joe Crawford nails him with a technical foul as well. But you see Williams trying to close a little bit of a bump there, and Robinson fell away from the play. Still not much contact, but a big-time reaction.
Ryan, Arizona Wildcat teammate of Sean Elliott, who hits the technical. Timeout with the Spurs leading now by 4. 22nd timeout called by Denver. And a technical, I think, on Bernie Bickerstaff. He got rung up here by Dan Crawford. Another one, and he's gone. Joe Crawford in to toss Bernie Bickerstaff. And here comes Bickerstaff after Joe Crawford. Paul Mahalik trying to get between the two. And Gene Little's guiding the Nuggets president and head coach to the locker room, where he will watch the rest of this game. First technical by Dan Crawford. Second technical for the ejection by Joe Crawford.
So Bernie Bickerstaff trying to protect his young team. He feels like he's not getting any breaks. The game has been officiated so closely, and some of the Denver Nuggets, I just don't think, have picked up on it.
So Gene Littles, who briefly was the head coach of the Nuggets this year, between the resignation of Dan Issel and the decision to step down and take over the reins by Bickerstaff, Littles takes over as Elliott will stay put on the line and have one more free throw. Littles also with head coaching experience with the Charlotte Hornets. Elliott hits all 3 technical free throws, and then Robinson do the 2 free throws for the foul on Brian Williams, which got this entire explosion underway. 4 technicals in this first half. Spurs a trail by as many as 8 and lead by 6. And now a technical on Dale Ellis by Joe Crawford.
Dale Ellis has been ranting in the face of Dan Crawford, who has been staring very impassively and letting him vent. And Joe Crawford having no part of it.
Now the crowd starting to throw garbage on the floor. Even with Rod Thorne here, even as tightly called as this game has been, now the players having to duck.
Boy, I haven't seen anything like this in years.
Well, Brian Williams, I think, in part talking about how the San Antonio fans were in the first 2 games, in part was joking. But the way he said he wanted the Denver crowd to be tonight has apparently been taken literally, because this is pretty vile. Timeout Denver, as we'll have to get both benches away from what is being tossed onto the floor. It's anything that the fans who are small-minded enough to throw stuff can get their hands on. It's all kinds of stuff.
There are a lot of coins which could injure someone.
This with 1:32 to go in the first half, and the Spurs leading 54-47. It all began with the foul on Brian Williams and the technical on Williams. Bickerstaff with 1 technical by Dan Crawford, and then Joe Crawford ejecting Bickerstaff, and then Bickerstaff made a bad situation worse by losing control and stalking onto the floor and inciting the crowd at that point, and we see the result of that incitement.
Well, I felt like you know, they've been calling it same ticky-tacky fouls at both ends of the court. I thought there's a pretty intelligent defensive players on this Spurs team. That last shot by Robinson, he felt the push. It wasn't the shot that he wanted to shoot, but because he felt the push, he put up a fall-away jump shot and actually drew the foul. We saw Rodman step in and cross over on Rogers and draw a foul. We saw Rodman come up under the elbow of Mutombo and draw a foul. They're using the way the officials are making the plays and drawing fouls.
Bernie Bickerstaff is on the PA mic, and he is trying to take control from the crowd by telling them to calm down.
Please don't toss anything onto the floor and injure the players. Please don't toss anything onto the floor. Okay.
Well, I guess the least he can do. I mean, he certainly played a part in this. And he is, after all, the president of the Nuggets. So now he will head to the locker room, and Robinson will have one more free throw. And hopefully we'll have nothing but basketball.